Om Shri Ganeshaya Namaha. Om Shri Saraswatyai Namaha. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Om Samasta Jana Kalyane Niratam Karunamayam Namami Chinmayam Devam Sadgurum Brahma Vidvaram Om Mukam Karoti Vachalam Pangum Langhayate Girim Yatkripatamaham Vande Paramanandamahavam Om Parthaya Pratibodhitam Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणी So here Arjuna asked, what is the practical means? Because what you say doesn't seem to be practical. Is there any technique? He said, yes, we have to employ techniques to quieten the mind and focus the mind. And specifically, he said Abhyasa and Vairagya. Now, the question that is here is with respect to Vairagya. That for meditation, we practice Vairagya means detachment is understandable. But is it also to be maintained or practiced for the sake of keeping the mind peaceful in our day to day transactional life also? And if the answer is yes, then how do we live in this world? Because there are things that we get excited about, are things that attract us, things that not even if it is not attracting us, it is exciting us, interests us. So such kind of things are there, places are there, experiences are there. So all these things, how should we? So if we say that no, nothing, you should not get attracted by anything, and you just focus and do your sadhana, then again another place there is also people say that Vedanta doesn't ask you to change everything and leave everything. You be as you are and just keep walking the path. So you don't have to do too much. And also, then how do we understand all these mutually seemingly contradictory statements? And what is the advice of Sri Krishna or Vedanta here? We need to understand that when the scriptures say that you don't need to leave anything, what is meant is leaving an object is not the solution, or leaving a particular experience is not the solution. That okay, I run away from a particular person, place, thing, etc., and then I don't, you know, I will not. For example, I am very much attached to coffee, let us say, and then say I don't want. So stop drinking coffee. But that is not the solution, because this was told in the second chapter itself that Vishayaha vinivartante. So if we stop drinking coffee, after some time people will stop offering coffee also. But rasa varjam, that rasa, that liking of coffee still remains. So which means that is not called vairagya. Vairagya is even if we have coffee and if sometimes I don't get it, both are equal to me. That is called samatva. That is called equanimity of mind. Otherwise, if it is there, I am very happy, and if it is not there, then I get disturbed. Then that is not vairagya. So just because I stop drinking coffee and nobody offers me coffee, I don't have any coffee, that doesn't mean that vairagya has come. It may be there, but it may not be there also. We will come to know only when a cup of coffee lands in front of me. Then what happens in my mind? Or sometimes if there is a habit and then I don't get it at that time, then what happens? Because sometimes we indulge in certain pleasures saying that I am not addicted to it, but it is just that I have time, so I am doing it, or it is just that it is available, therefore I am doing it. So we justify all these things. But actually, honestly speaking, if we look at our lives and look at how our mind is responding to all these things, then we realize that actually it is not the any such lack of experience is not vairagya, because it may be still that rasa is there, that the taste for it is still there in my mind, so that has to go. Then if something is there or not, it will not matter to me. So that here Bhagavan is saying that, and for this question, yes, we must practice this also in our day-to-day life. Actually we do so to some extent. When we want to do something and we choose to do something, vairagya towards the rest of the things naturally comes. Let us say I want to speak to one of my friends and I have to make a phone call. Now if I am making a phone call, automatically there is, I am not speaking to so many others, I am not doing so many other things. It is natural that I have chosen to speak to this person, so only there my attention is there. So if I choose that, okay, I am sitting to eat. So now I am sitting to eat. If I focus there, keep my mind where my hands are, then what happens? Then automatically so many other things I have left. And that is why in the scriptures it is a shatam vihaya bhoktavyam. It is advised that you leave 100 tasks and sit and eat. So it is said in the scriptures. Yes. But that is only the first quarter of this verse. Shatam vihaya bhoktavyam. Eat, don't delay. Let me finish this much. Let me do this much. That work will keep happening. Leave it and sit down and eat. So this we like. Why did you not tell us earlier? This is such a nice statement. But there is the verse is further also. Shatam vihaya bhoktavyam. Sahasram snanam acharet. Leave 1,000 things and take a bath. So that 1,000 things will include eating also. So if you have not had a shower, then don't not leave even eating and have a shower. Oh. And then Laksham Vihaya Datavya. And if there is an opportunity to give something, share something, Danam, then 100,000 things should be given up, but you should give it. Means don't postpone it, don't leave it for anything else. Laksham. And last part is Sarvam Tyaktva Harim Bhajet. And to chant the name of the Lord, to worship the Lord, leave everything, drop everything and do it. That is most important. So anyway, first I said first step I have reached. So further that I eat, dropping everything. So the point is that we do practice this unconsciously, unplanned way. But consciously, if we do, then it becomes practice of vairagya. So we have to. So Bhagavan said that abhyasena, and it is again and again, right thinking has to be there. So that way, again and again, bringing the mind with lot of patience, bringing back to the path. So this has to be. Then after this was, and then Bhagavan also said upaya, uh, different techniques and knacks have to be found. Then Arjuna asked, what happens to the such a person who has not attained the result of meditation and given up the familiar fields of action and attainment of heavens, etc. All that he has given up, and he has not attained the result promised for meditation. So, not attain this, not attain that, and there, if he leaves the body, then what will happen to such a person? So, first, principally, Bhagavan has said, whether in this life or in the hereafter, if one has done any sadhana, it never gets destroyed. Nahi kalyanakrit kasyat durgatim tat gacchati. Now we say, how do we know? Because we find there are so many people who are doing good things, but we find they are suffering, and there are so many people who are not doing good things and they seem to be happy. So how can we say? So there are many reasons or many ways of understanding, accepting, internalizing this statement. This is a very important declaration and an assurance of Bhagwan, that if you have done something good, you will never perish, or whatever good you have done, that will never perish. What does it mean? Why? How can we accept it? How can we internalize this? Number one, most important is, whose words are these? These are Bhagwan's words. So whether my logic understands it or not, whether I am able to accept it or not, if Bhagwan has said it is real, it is true, so I have to accept it. That is first thing. Second thing also is that if we look at people from outside and say that these people are they are doing good things but still they seem to be suffering, we have to sometimes go and ask them also, are you suffering? For example, Guruji gives a few very beautiful examples. One example is, let us say we are somebody is a pure vegetarian. That person has reached a place where vegetarian food is not available. That person is hungry. Now, looking for food, but no vegetarian options are available at all, anywhere. So then that person is now today nothing, so just have some water and sleep. Now, an onlooker will say, poor thing, he is suffering out of hunger. But ask him, what is more important for you? So he will say, if I don't have a vegetarian option, I don't want to eat. I am happy. I am not suffering. Because for me, that value is more important than just satiating my hunger. So I am happy. I am not suffering. This is not someone who is holding on to a value. Let us say someone is honest, and there are so many other people who are corrupt around. So all these people who are involved in corrupt practices, they seem to be happy, and this person who is honest, that person seems to be suffering. Just because he doesn't have so much of money as much as a corrupt person seems to have, doesn't mean he's suffering. If we closely examine, maybe the person who has created so much of money is not getting proper sleep at night because he is worried. If I get caught, if somebody gets to know, what will happen? How do I cheat the system? How do I hide this money? And on the other hand, this person, clear conscience, he is getting good sleep. So this suffering, actually, who is suffering? So it is to be asked to ourselves. Second thing is, we always become, when we read about in the Gita only, other places also, of course, it is there. We say this theory of karma is there, and then whoever does this, you do bad and you will get bad, and you do good and you will get good only. So all these kinds of logical connections of cause and effect we make, and we find that okay, this is good, and according to my logic, this is proper. But honestly speaking, if we examine our own lives and think about what all we have received, and honestly think about what all we have done to receive that or deserve that, we will find actually karma theory is not working. Because if it was strictly working, we would not have got half of the joys or the peace that we have today. We would not have, because we have not done anything to deserve so much. We are getting much more than what we deserve. So there is an element of compassion of the Lord also, which is added to this. So when Bhagavan is saying Nahi Kalyana Krit Kaschit, we should not understand I have done good things, so then I will never suffer. It is not that way. Bhagavan's window of compassion is also there, and how he wants us to go to the ultimate good, it is his wisdom. I may never understand it in this lifetime. And the important part is, I do not need to understand. Because Bhagavan is not waiting for a certificate from us. Bhagavan, your system is good. What you're doing is right. Okay, I accept it. Bhagavan says, thank God, I was worried that in next term I will come or not in power. He has nothing. He says, you will not understand and you need not understand. I know what I'm doing. And that is why for this we have to, this stories help us understand. There was this once Bhagavan Shri Krishna and Arjuna, they were just going around in disguise. So Bhagavan said, come, I will show you some of my devotees, different types of them. So then Arjuna said, oh, come on, let us go. Good. So then went to a wealthy person, huge mansion, a lot of wealth and everything. So they went in and said, we want, we are hungry, we want food. They said, oh, I would have no, you should have come a little earlier, we just finished lunch and all. No, why you came so late? They said, okay, can we get something to eat? So now to even our servants have eaten and the kitchen is closed, and now where will we eat? At night we have to go out for some party and all. So now we don't have any food. But okay, something is there, then we will give. Some leftovers from yesterday, it might be there. Okay, take this. So Arjuna was saying, what is this, such a wealthy man, and then he's giving us all leftovers. Okay, eat. Bhagwan was saying, very nice food. Thank you so much. Said, no, no, tonight we want to stay here. Morning we will leave because we have to go a long distance. So then he said that where will I know? Suddenly unannounced you are coming. What is this? You should have given me a call before you were coming. Okay, anyway, uh, there is a basement, some storeroom is there. There you go and stay. I'll just open it for you. Go. There, that dingy place and stuffy and all unkept place. So they somehow stayed there, and then morning, both of them started leaving. And Arjuna saw Sri Krishna standing in front of that house and saying, may you get a lot of wealth and may you be very, very prosperous. So Arjuna was filled with great admiration for Krishna. Look, this fellow ill-treated us. So, he treated us so badly, and Bhagavan is giving so much of wealth. So he said, that is the greatness of Bhagavan, compassion of Lord. Bhagavan, Krishna Kanaya Lal ki Jai. He said Jai. Arjun said, Duryodhan did not say, Krishna Kanaya Lal ki. See, Arjun only said, Duryodhan did not say. Anyway, anyway, so then they went to another place nearby, and there was a very, very poor person living in a hut alone. That too dilapidated hut. There was one cot he had and one cow he had. And then he didn't have any money, so that cow was giving some milk. So that little bit, one glass of milk he was having, that was all his food. So he had just milked the cow, and it was evening time, and he was about to do his prayers and have his glass of milk. That time these two came. Said, we are very hungry. Can we get something? Arjun said that, can't you see he's so poor? Why are you asking food from him? So Krishna said, "No, keep quiet, come on." So then that person, that one glass of milk also, he distributed between them, said, "You take. I have milk every day. Today, if I don't have one day, it's okay." He gave them. Then they requested, "No, tonight we have to stay here, so can we stay?" This is the only hut I have. So one of you can sleep on the cot, other on the floor, and I will go and sleep in the cow shed. Okay. Night they spent. And at night now Arjuna is thinking and imagining that ill-treated person. Bhagwan gave so much of wealth. How much more Bhagwan will give this fellow, because he has given everything that he had to us. So I think he is going to get some, I don't know what. He may be made the emperor of this whole universe. I don't know what he will be made. So he was waiting that tomorrow what is going to happen. He was so eager. Next morning, Krishna did not, no, he did not do that ritual of standing in front of the house and all. He said, "Come." He said, "Krishna, are you forgetting something? Do you have to?" He said, "Come, come, come. Nothing, nothing. Let's go." So as they were walking a few steps ahead, they could hear crying and wailing of that man. Turned around and saw the cow has died. Arjun was shocked. This man was not blaming anyone. He was saying, "What is there? Only cow I had. Now there's no livelihood, nothing. What will I eat? Or my only companion in life and all went away." He was wailing, weeping, crying, sobbing. And Arjun was angry. He said, "Bhagwan, I expected something better than something that fellow got. He will get. And what is this? You are punishing him for what?" Bhagwan explained to him that that fellow, he was my devotee, but then only when he needed something, he used to, pray to me and he used to do some puja. And he said that, "Please give me this, give me that." And he always wanted wealth only. So I gave him what he asked for. But this fellow, in spite of all his poverty and struggles in his day to day life, also, he every day remembered me, prayed to me, and all he asked was devotion for me. But I saw that he already was very, very devoted. But only this attachment to this cow was coming in the way. So all I did was I removed that cause of attachment as an obstacle between him and me. Now there is nothing in between. He will straight away attain me. Now from a human logic, it feels Kalyanakrit. Who is Kalyanakrit in these two examples? Uh, The poor fellow. Look, the whatever he had, that also was taken away. But the point is how Bhagavan blesses. That we do not know, and we can never fathom it. We can never understand it because Bhagavan's logic does not fit in our buddhi. Simple. So that is why we have to just go by the words Bhagavan has promised means it is true. Nahi kalyana krit kaschit durgatim tat gacchati. And as far as the actions are concerned, any sadhana that we have performed at any period of time in any lifetime, it will never go without giving its result. So that is what Bhagavan is saying. So after giving this principle, now Bhagavan is talking about directly answering Arjuna's question, what will happen to such jivas? So he is giving two possibilities in the next two verses, verses 41 and 42. Prapya punyakritam lokan उषित्वा शाश्वती समाः शुचीनां श्रीमतां गेहे योगभ्रष्टोऽभिजायते अथवा योगिनामेव कुले भवति धीमताम् एतद्धि दुर्लभतरम् लोके जन्म यदीदृशम् He's saying such a jiva prapya punyakritan lokan. Whoever does meritorious deeds, they go to some realms of enjoyment of pleasure. So it is called Pitraloka, Gandharvaloka, Swargaloka, etc. So these are all higher realms. In one word, it is called heavens. So because of his certain old desires or certain patterns, habits, etc., because of that, he is led to those realms of experiences, these lokas, the higher realms, heavens, where he exhausts all these things. He fulfills all those desires of indulgence and all those things. Because he was said that he's a yoga brashta. Yoga brashta means what? On the path of yoga, but then the mind was not steady. Where was it going? It was going and distracted among the objects of the world. So these desires and these kind of distractions that were there, for fulfillment of those, he is taken to all these places for completing all those few things, finish off all that. Then, after that, Shashwati Sama for a long period, whatever length of time he is eligible to spend there, he is taken there. Finish off all that. Then he is born in this mortal world. Where is he born? Shuchi Nam, in a household where people are pure, pious, religious background, spiritual inclination, such kind of a home that person is born. Srimatam, and also well-to-do. Well-to-do means what? Because even for basic practice of these kind of sadhanas also, some basic amenities or some comforts means not in the sense of making us lazy and all, but some basic, because if every day becomes a struggle, then there is no time or mind space for sadhana. So some kind of basic settled way of life, some steadiness in the life, quality of life is necessary. So that much Srimata. So, in a pure pious family, which is also well to do, gehe, in such a home, in such a household, yoga brashtaha, this person fallen from the path of yoga, abhijayate, is born again. This is one type of birth where he goes to some higher worlds, experiences, and fulfills all those desires, and then comes and is born in a well to do, noble family. Okay. And the other thing is, this is for a somebody who is just begun and little bit he has done some meditation, etc. Someone who is an advanced seeker, who has really made lot of progress, but before reaching left the body. What about such people? So for such people, he's saying Athava. Another possibility is Yoginam eva kule bhavati dhimata. Dhimatam, wise yoginam, practitioners walking this path, wise yogis, in their home only, in their family only, this person is born. Kule bhavati. In that lineage itself, they are born. But this second type of uh, embodiment or birth is etadhi durlabhataram loke janma yadi drisham. This kind of birth in this world is very, very rare. To be born in the house of a yogi only, a person who is also a very advanced practitioner, or a person who has achieved the fulfillment through the path of meditation. Such a household only he is born. So now these two options or these two possibilities are mentioned here. Why is the second one more difficult? Because number one, people who reach to that advanced stage itself are very rare, and that he will very clearly say in the next chapter. But the ones who reach that advanced stage itself is a rare possibility. Now, for such a person, even if he has reached such advanced stage, but he is not attained before that, the time of the body is over. So now that occurrence also is very rare. And even if that happens, now to find a householder who has practiced meditation and attained that great heights, that is very difficult, because usually people who are completely dedicated to this path are all sannyasis, as it was said earlier. So then a householder is required, otherwise, how will he be born? So such parents are needed. So such great parents who are themselves yogis, to find such great parents also is difficult. So that itself is rare. So both ways, for a person also it is very rare, and to find a household of that kind also is very rare. So, and we have examples. Bhagavan Adi Shankaracharyaji's parents were great. They got Bhagavan Shiva's direct blessing, saying that what do you want? And they both asked that I want you as my son. And then Bhagavan said, like, I want a son like you, actually. And then Bhagavan said that, no, like me, there is no one else. So I will only come. So such parents. Another example in Maharashtra, Jnanadev Maharaj, Jnaneshwar Maharaj. There were four siblings, three brothers, Nivrittinath, Jnandev, Sopan, and Muktabai. These four siblings, born from a great set of parents. They were the father actually had taken sannyas and gone. Then his guru only instructed, go back. So such a great yogi. Now they also were born of such parents. So these people are all, we can say, these people are very, very rare few examples of such incarnations. Etadhi durlabhataram. Now durlabhataram also is a very interesting word. It is more rare. Durlabhataram means it is rarer. It is more rare. Means what? The previous one also is rare. But it is more rare to have this kind of a sadhaka, this kind of a seeker who is born in this family. Okay, they are born in these families, that is okay. But then after that, what? Then they are born in such families, then they have to start again. So no, you don't have to start again. Then what is this? So he is saying, Tatra tam buddhi sanyogam लभते पौर्वदेहिकम् यतते च ततो भूयः संसिद्धौ कुरु नन्दन. Tatra, in that birth, in that household, wherever they are born, what happens? They don't have to begin from the scratch. It's not that again back to square one. Now again start what? Karma yoga. Then with that chitta shuddhi. Then after that slowly go. Then go to a guru. Then listen to the knowledge. Then reflect upon it. And then after that you are fit for meditation. Then find a spot. Then put your asana. Sit down. Sleep a few times. Then slowly learn not to sleep. Then few times mind will wander. Then bring it back. All this again I have to. Don't worry. No need to do again. Then what will happen? Buddhi sanyogam paurvadehikam buddhi sanyogam labhate. In those households, wherever that seeker has been born, in that birth itself, they get connected to the point where they have left the previous journey. They get connected and continue from there only. No need to start from the. It is like some places, uh, from one school to another or one college to another, where there is a transfer. If the previous college or school is not recognized by the other next one, then you have to start from beginning, or you have to repeat at least 1 year. But if it is recognized, then straight away you finished first year, then second year admission you will get directly, because we recognize that education, our education is same, so we will take. So this is intergalactic recognition. It is not just one university to another. It is full, complete recognition. You've done this sadhana before, right? Yeah. So little bit, if you have to, just brush up and then come, start straight away. Nothing extra to be done. So paurvadehikam tam buddhi sanyogam labhate. He is reconnected to whatever he has done in the past.